Today we're going to be talking about working on your trading edge. Stay tuned, traders. We'll be right back. G'day traders, Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. Beautiful sunny morning down at my son's football match. Today talking about working on your trading edge. So it's Sunday morning, been up since about 4 o'clock. I'm an early riser. I always get up early. Same routine every day. Up early, going through charts, screenshotting, working on my playbook. So today, working on our trading edge, we want to, we talk about building your playbook of your best trade setups. And one of the things that I do on a regular basis is each morning I review the previous day's trade activities. I'm going in the process of, doing that live screen and just doing segment screenshots. But the day after, I always do a post review of the trades. I look at, again, the economic calendar. I look at the 2 or 3 best pairs that I narrowed it down to, then the ones that I filtered out, I look at how they moved as well to see if I potentially missed anything on those trade setups. I trade a very basic strategy: support and resistance, breakouts, pullbacks. We talk about the market doing 3 things only. It breaks out, pulls back, fills more orders, and continues. It breaks out, it pulls back and reverses to the other side. We call that a false break, the first one being a trend trade. And the third part is breaking out, pulling back, and going into a trading range. And so one of the things that I really try to focus on is the larger geometric patterns. I like the end-of-day charts for geometric patterns. I like the hourly charts forming, large rectangles or pennants or flags, big geometric patterns that when I am able to identify a trade setup on the hourly trade system, potentially are going to give me a range expansion on those other geometric patterns. But everything is breakout pullback of some form or another, and it's a 3-push pattern. So I use the hourly charts and I use the end-of-day charts. When I identify a trade setup, I'll look to go to the 5-minute to potentially maybe time that a little bit earlier and narrow down my risk. That's my setup. And I'm talking about narrowing down my risk sometimes between 5 and 10 pips, as opposed, if I'm on the hourly chart, it's usually 20, 22 pips max. If I can get it down to somewhere in the area of 9 to 15 pips on a 5-minute, that just potentially allows me to focus on building size on those trades and having the same amount of risk, but having an increased amount of position sizing. And then the next component is that trade management. When do I go to break even? I always go to break even as soon as a level has been violated if I'm not taking that off as a profit target. So again, there's certain types of trade setups. If I identify a rectangle for the hourly during the day, so there might have been a breakout early in Asia and the market is rolling over to retest that, but I know there's an economic news catalyst later into the U.S. session, I may look to take that profit off, knowing that the market could potentially, again, reverse back to the other side before it moves entirely based on a larger economic release. Payrolls, maybe if it's the pound, it could be a interest rate announcement, which tends to be later than the normal announcements. Little things like that. So you want to go through your checklist. Where are your price levels? Can you identify a 3-push pattern, 3-push exhaustion pattern? If there's been a large trend, you'll often see 3 pushes back into a trend. And that third push is often deceiving because it will often be a weaker after the market's failed. It will trap traders into thinking that it's going to give a third attempt or a second attempt back in with the trend. So little things, but every single day just reviewing, looking at breakouts and pullbacks. The market's very deceptive. The wicks and bull candles, bear candles will often deceive traders into seeing support and resistance when they're not true support and resistance levels. That's why I like to use the larger time frames for some of that. But getting very, very finite detail with your analysis and then your preparation. Going through your checklist, whatever that checklist is, your levels, your trade setups. Have your playbook on your desk. Be reviewing those trades. They're going to show up again and again and again, slightly differently, but over and over and over again. There's nothing new that's going to show up. The question is are you getting better prepared every single day working on your trading edge? Psychology is, often psychology has nothing to do with it if you don't have an edge. And if you have an edge and you focus on how you're going to execute that edge better and better and better in terms of your whole trading process, identifying your targets, knowing when those markets are going to continue to move and not pull back, little things that will allow you to hopefully extract the maximum amount out of your winning trades and lose as little as possible on your losing trades. And again, it's a game of constant progress, and I push the boundaries on myself, and I make a lot of mistakes, but I'm quite happy to do that because my goals are I have some big goals and I want to achieve them, so I'm willing to fail forward and make mistakes. You're up against, I say this all the time, you're up against the best people in the world. They have access to information quicker, they have better equipment, they're better trained, they're probably better educated. They understand the game. They don't like to lose. They're high performers. You're up against people who are seven-figure traders, and every day they take money out of the market. So you have to be willing to put the effort in. It's a game of constant progress, but if you really want to do it right and you want to be an elite performer, you've got to put the time in and you've got to be doing the work. So if you haven't done so, go to my homepage, get my 7-step daily routine for high performance traders. You're the only person that can make yourself do the work, and the work is the little things that are going to help you actually get better. Not positive affirmations, not different trading systems. You have to be able to personalize your approach to the markets, but you also have to be willing to diligently deconstruct that piece by piece and look at where your weaknesses are, identify your strengths, identify your best trade setups, the ones that you trade the best, focus on those, master them, get better at them, and then learn how to trade them bigger. So hopefully you got some value from today's video, traders. Again, squeeze the juice out of life. Get the most out of every single day that you can. Learn the most from every single day that the market teaches you, and focus on constant progress. It's a winnable game. Have a great weekend, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacy Burke from Stacy Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at stacyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.